Hi again, everyone. Hopefully at this point, it's still pretty early on in the semester, but I'd like to think we're starting to get a sense of what we can expect from a given week, where this week we're going to be finishing off Chapter 4, getting a little bit of Chapter 5. In other versions of this class, you might see more of Chapter 5, you might see a little bit less. I just wanted to get a taste of it here. It actually goes on and does stuff with like the order of operations, which I'm sure some people could use a refresher on, but I just don't feel right teaching that in a college level course, so we're only going to get a little bit here with 5.1. Anyway, we're starting this week here with section 4.3, which looks at arithmetic in other number bases. Basically, what we're doing there is talking about how you can add, subtract, multiply, and divide in bases other than our standard 10. So, natural thing that we did from 4.2, and then we're going to get a bit more of things flavored like in 4.1, where with 4.4 we're looking at more early number systems, albeit in this case we're seeing ones that aren't quite positional in the way that we're used to. So we're going to get here stuff like the Chinese system, the Egyptian system, the Roman system, and the Greek system, though maybe not in that exact order. I might be misremembering how that's presented in there, but you'll see when you get there. Anyway, that's all we're going to get from Chapter 4. And then for Chapter 5, we're just going to be looking at section 5.1, which talks about the basics of number theory. So for this, we're going to get a bit in terms of factors and divisibility, some things with prime numbers, a little bit at factorization there, and then we're going to finish off with ideas of greatest common divisors, least common multiples, and how we can use those sorts of things in applied contexts. And for this week, we are actually finishing off our first unit. I like to start the semester moving a little bit quick. I like to get the first unit done fairly fast so you can get a good number of grades in the book quickly. You can get a sense of what things are like, which means that for this week, while we do have a worksheet due Friday, that should be a pretty normal thing you get used to except on exam weeks, the deadlines in my lab are going to be a little bit different because with the exam, I like to give a little bit more time at the start to get things handled. So we're going to have all the deadlines in my lab for chapters 4 and 5 next Wednesday. However, I should make it very clear that when it comes to these deadlines, I have to put something in place to balance the gradebook and to set up my adjustments the way I want to. So what you can expect is that on the given Wednesday, once those deadlines pass through and I get to update the gradebook, I am going to be reopening those assignments. That is, there's going to be a little bit of an adjustment period there for things other than extra credit. So the quizzes and the main assignments for the sections I talk about in here, you can expect to see a couple of extra days given once the first deadline passes. So please don't email me at 11:50 that night asking about extensions. I'll probably bring this up again in the next week's video just to be sure, but that's what you should expect to happen with those assignments. But get them done by Wednesday and don't even have to worry about it. You just get a bunch of dumb emails from me about those things. Sorry, I'm going to send them to everybody no matter what, and Canvas can be a little overzealous with, notifications. Better too many than too few, although inevitably some good stuff gets lost. Anyway, that's what you can expect for the deadlines in my lab, and then from there, you're going to have a pre-assessment helping you get ready for that exam. That is explicitly the purpose of the pre-assessments going into exam weeks, is to let me know what you might need as you prepare. So let's finish this stuff off in here and maybe, but hopefully not too much just yet, start thinking about that first exam.